Assalamualaikum and welcome back. Our today's video is really very interesting because today we will discuss about handling of medical waste. Especially during this session when there is a COVID-19, everybody is conscious about health. So we should learn how we can properly handle with medical waste so we can give a very good protection to our colleagues as well as our patients. So let's see. First of all, what is medical waste? Any waste or anything which can give harm after throw, that is called medical waste. Or any item or any object which came in contact with the patient, it's also part of medical waste. There are different categories of waste. First of all is category A, second B, third C, and fourth one is D. Category A is medical waste, category B is sharp waste, category C is general waste, and category D is pathological waste. If we talk about medical waste, the medical waste should be segregated on the spot when the dentist or your doctor finish the patient. It should be segregated on the spot and discarded into the designated waste bin. This waste bin should have a yellow bag, 100 micron. This is like called thick bag, leak proof. And this container should have a label with yellow triangle. And all other waste should not be discarded here, because our main purpose here is to reduce the medical waste, as the companies are sending this waste per kg, they are selling it. So if we generate over waste, for example the wet tissues and these all things, if we discard into the yellow container, the companies will pay a huge amount and it will be penalties on the company. So this is the best recommendation for all the staff. Please segregate on the spot and all medical waste should be discarded only into yellow container. And this yellow container should be available in each clinic. Next is sharp container, the sharp medical waste. Sorry, I forget to tell you the things which we should discard into the yellow container. Tubings, PPEs, gloves, bandages, dressings, and all other sponges which contain blood, saliva, or any body fluid. That is a part of medical waste and should be thrown into yellow bag. If we talk about sharp, it's scalpel, needles, suture removing scissors, and any object which can penetrate, for example the broken glass, vials, anything which can penetrate to the skin, that is a part of sharp and it should go to the sharp container. Sharp container should be leak proof and puncture resistant, and this should be, the best thing is it should be wall mounted, so there should be no risk to spill. When these sharp containers are 75% filled, it should be closed by registered nurses and should be labeled. For example, this label should have three things. First of all, when it was open, when was the closed, who opened, who closed, and who handed over to the housekeeping team or storage area. The next one is general waste. General waste we can discard into the black bag and it can go to the domestic waste, but make sure it should be only general waste, should not be mixed with medical waste. The last one is pathological waste. This pathological waste contain blood and body parts. It should be in the red bags. This waste need extra precautions to handle it. These was the categories of the waste. The next step is how we should handle this waste. The first of all, the staff should have a proper training. The housekeeping staff should collect twice in a day or whenever it's mandatory. The bucket or the trash bin is 65% full the staff should get this waste out of the room to the storage area. For the medical waste and for the non-medical waste, they should discard directly to the municipality drums. All the staff who handle medical waste should have hepatitis B vaccination. There should be a titer and they should have an infection control certificate. Room where we will store the medical waste, this room should have a proper arrangement. There should be a AC. The temperature should be less than 15 and there should be exhaust must. And we cannot store medical waste more than 72 hours. Each 72 hours, we should transport our medical waste to the main contractor so they can deal with this one. They can segregate, they can burn, however their procedure, they should deal with this one. Here I will not forget to discuss one point. Spill. How we should handle the spill. For example, if any child came to your clinic and he urinate, somebody vomit, there is a cut and there is a blood on the floor. This kind of spill should be handled with extra care, and there should be a spill kit available with each housekeeping team. They should be well trained to use this spill kit, and they should follow step by step to clean the spill. Why? What is the reason behind? Because if they didn't clean this spill in a very good way and there is a pathogen in this spill, when they will mop, they will spread this specific area germs to whole clinic. So this is the reason whenever there is a spill, I recommend that trained staff should stand with the housekeeping staff and let them clean it under your supervision. Hope this was clear for all of you. Thank you so much for listening me. If you really like this video, then share with your friends so they can benefit from this one and subscribe my channel.